She loved Connor more than she loved herself most days. But if Connor didn't love herself, Callie's love wouldn't be enough. She had to make peace with that, no matter how much it hurt. I love you, sis. I'm gonna... Happy birthday, okay? Connor. I know. Just give me time. Exhaling a long sigh, Callie covered her face with her hand and nodded. I love you too. Then she was gone. Well, happy birthday to me, Callie mumbled as she looked around the bright and cozy bedroom. It was a clean kind of messy. Not enough to be concerned with, but since she was up and had nothing else to do with her time, she decided to start her day by cleaning not only her room, but the entire apartment. Besides, I need a distraction. 2 hours later, the task was complete, and Callie couldn't deny a slight tinge of happiness. There was something about a clean house, especially a space that was not only visually clean but smelled good. The honey vanilla candles strategically placed around her apartment allowed a sense of peace. Now it's my turn. Callie pulled the oversized sweatshirt she wore over her head and tossed it right in the hamper. Normally, it would have found its way on the dresser or bed, but the hard work she had just completed wouldn't go in vain. At least not today. Once she reached her bathroom, Callie started the shower and shed her remaining articles of clothing. They too found their way into the hamper before she eased into her tiny enclosure. It was beautiful with smoke gray tile and encased in glass, but very small. Barely enough room for one person, and two required a closeness that undoubtedly had to be intimate. She knew this with certainty because of him. Sighing heavily, Callie shook the memory and scrubbed her body until she felt clean. No matter how hard she tried, it was impossible not to revisit memories, especially today. 30 minutes later, she was dressed casually in jeans and a hoodie, ready to conquer the world. Or at least try. The steam from the shower caused a slight curl to her natural tresses. She used a wide-toothed comb to secure the thick mess of a mane she had a love-hate relationship with into a loose ponytail to at least present the appearance that she cared. Callie then dragged through her tiny apartment, stopping in the living room to gather her purse and keys, before locking up and heading to the elevator. Her mind was heavy. Extremely heavy. Today would be one of the hardest days of the year. It was the day she met him, the day her life changed in ways she would never recover from. A year to the date, she'd met a man who twisted her world in a complicated arrangement of heavy emotions and lost him 6 months after. Things happened fast. Callie fell and fell hard. She loved him so intensely she could still feel it to this day. He was everything, until he wasn't. What now? Food. As soon as Callie was in the car, she thought long and hard about what she wanted to eat. The rumbling in her stomach was now a clear sign it had to be well worth the effort, but her mind was at war. The one place she longed for caused a tightening in her chest, because it was where she met him, and the memories weighed heavy on her spirit. However, the buzz from her phone interrupted the negative descent into that dark place. It pained her to check because she knew what it was. She wasn't sure how or who, but the money was always there. Everything with Callie and Merritt happened with lightning speed. 2 months after meeting him, he moved Callie into a brand new apartment and began monthly deposits into her account to handle all expenses. She hated her job, and Merritt convinced her to quit. He was selfish with her time and didn't hesitate to step up. Initially, Callie refused, but Merritt made it clear that his time was limited and he needed complete access. He had a way of getting what he wanted, and he wanted Callie without restrictions. In his eyes, it was a small price to pay to keep her tucked away and available. For Callie, it meant the freedom to figure out what she really wanted to do with her life. Even in his absence, Merritt continued to make sure she was good. The first of every month, a single deposit